I'm ready, homie.
Cool.
Vibing, innit? Thankfully, it's not radio.
Okay, so welcome everybody. You're now tuned in to the sound of Accra. I've got a guest with me. He goes by the name of Joshua KYEOT. How do I pronounce your name? Your stage name. Did I absolutely destroy it? Did I ruin your stage name? Come on, man. You gotta help hook us up.
So it's phonetic, right? Straight the way it looks. So obviously the T doesn't imply that, but it's Kai.
Yeah.
Because it's spelled KYEOT. So KYE Kai.
Yeah.
And then OT. Coyote.
O-T.
Like the animal, yeah. Coyote.
Okay. Coyote, like the wild coyote or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I catch my birds though. So.
So welcome to the show, Joshua KYEOT.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I know Joshua from university. Actually, we go back quite a while back, quite some time. Yeah. And just a little bit about Josh. So citing Stevie Wonder, Sisqo, Michael Jackson, among his top influences. Joshua is an all-round entertainer and has something to offer that can be respected by the discerning and casual listener. The surname KYEOT that he has adopted is telling onlookers to pay attention. So keep your eyes or ears on this. His voice is unique to him and easily identifiable to the extent where he can easily showcase his vocal ability, making waves in his career. He has sold out his first headline show, which I'm going to talk about, at the Servant Jazz Quarters and performed at BBC Introducing. Joshua, welcome to the show. This is a fantastic resume. How you doing, man? How you feeling? 2020, pandemic, all of that. How's it going? What are you saying?
I'm blessed, you know. I can't lie. I'm blessed. Like, obviously, the pandemic is doing a spanner in the works for a lot of people, and for me as well. But just roll with the punches, I suppose.
I like that.
The year goes on, time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to adapt and vibe.
I like your mindset, and we're gonna get into that actually. How musicians, very talented musicians like yourself, have pivoted or adopted to the pandemic. I know there's a lot of online stuff that's been going on. I've seen some creative things that creatives like yourself, musicians like yourself, have been doing to adopt to what's been happening. But we're gonna get into that. And right before, actually, just share a little bit about yourself to the audience. Just give them a little bit of a taster into Joshua. Who is Joshua?
Why does your voice sound so sexy on this microphone?
Come on, man. Oh gosh. Because we took it up a notch.
All of that, please. All of that. What, a little bit about myself?
Yeah, just a brief background to yourself, and then we're gonna get into the meat.
I mean, simple as I'm a musician, an artist, entertainer, you know, all of those creative things that you would assign to someone. Those are the things I aspire to uphold. And background is I was raised in GH.
Mm-hmm.
And just pursued music as soon as I started learning it, and even prior. Started learning an instrument at 13. Did my first open mic at 17.
Mm-hmm.
With a guitar in hand, and just been grinding it out since then. I've been blessed to do things like BBC Introducing. I've been blessed to support artists like Izzy Bizu and things like that. So so I suppose that's in a nutshell what the background is. Yeah, and I'm just out here grinding. Released an EP a couple of years back, headline show, things like that. You know, just working it out. You know, just grinding to make it to the top.
Yeah, that's the game for you, isn't it?
Word up.
Just trying to make it to the top.
For sure.
You know, and we'll get into the industry as well. So I'll be interested to hear your perspective. So how many instruments can you actually play? Because I know you're a multi-instrumentalist. Shout out to the multi-instrumentalist I know, like Joseph. Oof, he's a beast. Again, another. Joseph? He is actually my friend's brother. Actually, do you know Maurice, right? Yeah, Maurice from Kill. His brother. Ooh, multi-instrumentalist.
Oh, words. Yeah, but he's cold on keys though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like his thing.
He's cold in the keys. Very, very good.
Though.
Yeah. So you can play guitar. I know you can do the keys as well.
Yeah.
And you can do drums as well, I think.
I mean, I can keep a steady beat on drums. I can play the crap out of a hi-hat. Yeah.
Just enough.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's funny because people don't see me too tough on keys. Like, I started playing keys. Like, when I was in KYEOT, when we in uni, that's what I was there for. I was there to play piano. And, but I suppose it's just easier to carry around the guitar. So I play a lot more guitar. And I think before music ever started, as much as I was interested in piano, guitar always had like a thing with me, always had like a special place in my heart. So as soon as I was able to learn it, it kind of made sense. So I just but yeah, guitar, piano, I suppose a touch of drums, and I'm trying to learn other things. I'd really like to get a tenor sax. I'd like to learn how to play the violin. Yeah, not alto or soprano. Those are too high for me. I don't. Yeah. Really like nasal sounds. Nah, I want that rich like tenor sound. It's kind of like my voice as well. It's kind of it's like a rich like gravelly type of feel. So like
people that tend to play the sax, they tend to specialize in it, don't they? You don't really see a lot of. I mean, I'm just kind of going through by what I tend to see. So I tend to see people specialize in that rather than playing different. But I mean, if you can do it all, you can do it all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it would just be good to. I like instruments and I like being able to make like music from different things. So it'd be good to just like be able to know how to play a melody on it, you know. And if you understand a bit of transcribing, it's good to be able to just play something. So as much as like if you hear like Take 5, David Brubeck, but if you can learn that melody on every instrument, like it just makes you a better musician. Like so that'd be the thing.
Okay. Well, let's just move on to the let's move on into the industry actually. So I mean, what's been happening? I mean, with this pandemic, how do you think musicians have been reacting to and adopting to, you know, trying to put the music out there? I know, you know, I think I know someone like Dizzy Rascal. I think he was having like a summer kind of concert, and he kind of, you know, was trying to adopt to the whole pandemic. You understand? So, you know, I think he tried to do something different. So I've seen artists try to do something different, whether it's online or distance concerts. I mean, how have you kind of responded to what's been happening? How are maybe people in your space that are also musicians, how have they been responding? I probably won't spend too much time in this so we can get into more about you.
I'm very happy you asked that question, Mr. Daniels. No, I mean, this is the thing, like, about I suppose just music and the industry and just, I suppose, life in general. It's a metaphor for life in general. Just like the ability to adapt and be resourceful and trying to make the most of every opportunity, because it's an opportunity. Even though like if there was a spanner in the works from like what you had planned, there are opportunities out there. So for me, it's just been a way for me to like focus on getting more content onto my socials, because people can't see me. I think I shine the most when I'm on stage and I'm able to perform and people can see me. Like I can dance around, I can play my guitar, I can play keys, I can sing my heart out. But if I'm that's been taken away from me. So I need to show, not that I've thought about this, what I'm about to say too tough, but I suppose I need to show other facets of my abilities. Like so this COVID-19, I suppose, is giving me the opportunity to make more content for my socials and be more active on there and just like make me be all of the things that I've always wanted to be, which is consistent and just continuously and perpetually, synonyms, learning new things so that I have more things to promote and like put out. So it's done that for me, made me think in other ways. Like, okay, this has been taken away from me. How can you be resourceful and build fans some other type of way? And it's also made me, I mean, it's also opened doors in terms of like funding as well. Because one of the main things that artists like me have an issue with is just the financials,
Of course.
Yeah. So
yeah, definitely.
There are a bunch of like grants out there. There's a bunch of different like financial aid things out there for artists. Thankfully, like England is good for that. The UK is really good for that. There are these funds that can like bless you. So that's helped your boy out a little bit. Like it's just a good thing. So
man.
that's helped in some ways, like with the learning, and help me get some hardware. Do you know what I mean? So that I can start, I can produce from home and things like that. So
100.
and so it's I suppose just that,
Okay. Yeah, because I think I've seen a few clips of you on your Instagram, and usually the Josh I know, I've seen you perform on stage, killed it. If you haven't seen this guy perform live, guys, make sure you do that as next show. I'm sure we'll find some more details about when that is. But this guy will blow you away. Absolute showman. Absolute showman. But I saw a couple of clips and pics on your Instagram, and I can definitely see what you mean by trying to give kind of like a different kind of approach to what's happening. I'm trying to take a different approach. So I've seen a lot of kind of acoustic sessions, solo performances, just little snippets of.
But to be fair, like that's what I've wanted to do anyway. Like, but it's more just. It's just more of like the kick up the backside, because sometimes you don't realize the what is essential. So it's more just the kick up the backside to be like, oh well, like you should be active on socials anyway. Like that's a way for you. So it's more just the figuring out how best works for your brand, like what actually works for you. So it's really that, just like sit down and think and like be resourceful and figure out what is gonna work. So
that's it.
Yeah, it's been a blessing still.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I mean, I really liked what I saw, so just keep it up. And let's talk about the headline show, Joshua. Actually, so I think that was that a couple of years back, 2-3 years back.
Yeah, I want to say it was a couple of years when the EP came out.
I remember that. I couldn't make it. I think people at Odell. Did he go? Is that the one Odell and people like that went to?
No. Odell and like some of the homies from uni came to another show, a show before that actually, which is good. Yeah, that was in like that was in like North somewhere. That was a good show though.
Okay, it was still a good show.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Okay,
but it wasn't a Joshua KYEOT headline. It was just. It was a gig.
Okay.
I don't know why it wasn't.
Okay, it's just more of a gig. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know
cool.
what's the difference.
Yeah,
but no, it was good. The headline was incredible. Like because more than it, I suppose the difference is like, I think to compare the two, even like the show that you were just referring to was more of a show where they put that on, I think, every other week, and a featured artist will come and perform. So it's kind of like a headline show.
Okay.
But you're not really moving tickets too tough. You have to, you want to fill up the room, obviously, but you're not really pushing tickets for it. It's not like anything crazy in that regard. But this
because you're not headlining it.
You're not really headlining. It's just like, this is the event that's taking place like with a promoter. I believe it was. And like, you get some money for it, but it's not like, I think there were other artists as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like this is the Joshua KYEOT show. Yeah. Even though I think I was headlining the event. But the difference is like, I had to move tickets. I was doing it in conjunction with a promoter. Everything was like mine. Everything was like, this is what the team is doing. This is a Joshua KYEOT production. Yeah. This is we're putting together the supporting acts. We're putting together like the promotion, distribution of tickets and things like that. And we're gonna have a merch table. We're gonna do all of these things.
How was that for you? I mean that was your first headline show, right? I mean, how was that for you? Like, kind of being more involved in the whole process. The full circle. Promoting, merchandising, selling, marketing, reminding people, and then obviously people when fans arrive, the queuing up, the management of fans. How was that for you? How was that experience for you? And how much were you involved in all that?
It was good. It was great. It was it wasn't new, I suppose. Like, it'd be easy to say like it was a new experience. It wasn't new in that like, because I've had to promote myself for a good while now. Like, like I've always had to tell people like to come to my shows and like kind of push the thing. So, and thankfully we'd also had, because we had the campaign for the EP and we'd actually run a GoFundMe for it. Yeah. So that was all like promotion for that type of thing. And like, we've been making merchandise for that. Yeah, I remember we were making CDs for that. We were making like merchandise for that, all of these things. So that kind of like, in addition to all of the gigs that I'd had prior, kind of built up to me having to promote the show. But thankfully we had a booking agent, we had a promoter to like sort that out and just like let us know also like this is what would be good, like get on Facebook, do all of these things. And then also like the guerrilla marketing that I myself would do, but like just dropping lines to people like, yo, like come to the show, it's gonna be incredible type of thing. And we were blessed enough to sell out the venue. So so yeah, so it was dope. A good confirmation like of like, okay, this actually works. People are willing to actually come and see Joshua Garrity perform and like do the thing. So yeah, it was good. Great confidence boost. Great like good like affirmation to keep you on the path and be like, okay, cool, we're doing the right thing. It's not like 3 people showed up. Yeah, and the 3 people were just the promoter and the booking agent and my manager. Yeah, you know what I mean, like
I mean, the kind of thing I always believe is if people are willing to spend time or money in someone, then that person is has something to offer, understand? So, and that's exactly what you brought to the table. People have come to your show, they're paid, and they've spent their time as well, traveling to the destination. Obviously, I'm sure you gave them their money's worth, sorry. And then,
much love to all of those people. Like, so even the people like that still support me now, of course. Like, because that's how I've always felt about it. It's like, if someone's willing to spend their time, because everyone values their time. Like the realest commodity that you actually have is your time. Like a few things, maybe your time, your effort, and what time tears and tries, like time, your effort, and your like emotions. Like those are real commodities. Like, or even like just currency. That if someone's willing to do that from wherever they travel from, people that invested in that, pay for the GoFundMe, that were willing to put money towards like me being able to record my EP and produce all of these like CDs and like t-shirts. Yeah. And then the headline show, like, love. All this love. You know what I mean? Because I'm just a dude from like my bedroom just writing songs. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, but that's look, that's the reality, Josh. I mean, the reality is today in 2020, from your bedroom, you can do everything. You can buy, you can sell, you can perform, you can broadcast, you can do content. I did podcasts, you know what I mean, during pandemic, remote podcasts, you understand? So you can do anything in your bedroom, you know what I mean? It's possible. Whereas maybe 20 years ago, it probably wasn't as possible, but as time is going on, people can do more and more without even have to leave their bedroom. You understand? People are making money in their bedrooms. People are selling out shows. People are making podcasts, you name it, in their bedroom. So that's what's up. And I think that's the kind of times that we're in at the moment.
People are really making money from their bedrooms. Twitch is a real thing.
That's one thing. That's definitely one thing. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about BBC introducing. And how was? Tell us about that experience. So that's quite profound.
Yo, like, so BBC introducing is like an interesting thing for me.
Yeah.
Great. Incredible. But I think so BBC, when you say BBC introducing, what are you referring to?
When you went on BBC, you did a little gig
for the radio.
Was it radio, or was it a YouTube thing?
I've been blessed to do a couple of things with BBC introducing. They had a show at the Ned where they were like producing, like bringing forth some good talent and stuff. So I got to do a show at the Ned for them, which was a blessing. Wonderful memories from that, Got to play a few songs off the EP, which is out now. She Loves Me, Not all of that. Boom, boom. She Loves Me, Not going bump that. So I got to do a few songs from there as well as some others. But I've also been blessed to go on the show with like, go on BBC with a couple of people, you know what I mean? Like, and perform on the plaza with the producer. So the producer, Jess Izzat, who does BBC introducing, she like does like a plaza show, and she blessed me with the chance to play a couple of times on the plaza, and to have me come up for an interview. I've been up at the BBC to do an interview with Clara Hermit as well. And play 1 or 2 songs. Like, blessings, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, but so you saying me asking you was more just like like what are you actually referring to? Because I forgot about the Clara Hermit.
Okay.
And I forget what it, because I don't think about it too tough. It's just like, oh, this is another show. This is another time for me to just like put my best foot forward type. So I don't think, oh yeah, BBC introduced. You know what I mean? Like I might even be just conflating two like different things. They might not even be introducing, but yeah, like lots of blessings coming from introducing. Can't lie.
Love that.
Yeah.
And I've seen in some of your performances or when you've gone to maybe do a show or maybe turn up for an event, you know, I can see the Ghanaian influence in some of your outfits. Come on, man. I mean, you know, how important has kind of like your backgrounds being from Ghana? How's that influenced your fashion?
So fashion is an interesting one because like I suppose I haven't brought it out as much as I'd like to, or like as much as like. Because in the past, I haven't thought about it too tough. I'm here in London. And I'm just dressing the way I want to dress.
Yeah.
So I think it probably just plays a part when it does.
Yeah.
Like right now, I've got beads on. I like beads a lot.
Yeah.
These are from GH. Like these, I've got like a couple of these. Like these ones from GH. This necklace I'm wearing is from GH. But I don't think about it. Like I want beads. I want Ghanaian beads.
Yeah.
So I think those are the vibes, but it's like it's more now that like I'm even thinking fashion wise. Like my cousin who's like young, super entrepreneurial, and like a designer, and like I was actually talking to her. I was like, yo, like I've got these ideas, like let's get together. So look out for that. Like but more just like the idea of like, yo, like I really want to bring these things in my mind tonight and just like and produce like these these are so fly to me, like, like do you know what I mean, like this is so sexy to me, so I want more. I want more of that in my life and in other people's life. It's so sick to me, like, oh man. But so more of that, and it'd be good to bring a bit more of that else.
100%, man. I'm sure you know that's a part of you that naturally, you know, comes out because, you know, because it's who you are, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And what I was gonna say is obviously you've been in the industry for a while. You've done a few shows. You know, I think you've been in this industry enough to, you know, to have the ups and the downs. I think we've talked about some of the highlights, right? Has there been any kind of downsides to how you've, you know, lived life as an artist? I mean, you talked about funding, I think, at the start. And I know that can be quite difficult sometimes for some musicians getting funding or having the finances there to do what they need to do and to kind of sustain themselves. Let's talk about some of the downsides. Have there been any kind of specific downsides that, you know, that you want to kind of bring to the light?
I mean, I don't think I'm unique in the downsides, really. Just probably things that you've heard of before. The financials. And I suppose like just trying to find the balance between like people that you care about as well. So because I'm the type of person where it's like I can hear someone giving advice and I can take it. If I hear someone say something in an interview that makes perfect sense, like I'm not one that has to experience it before I get it. Yeah. I might end up experiencing it anyway, but that's not like as a result of me not like trying not to. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like if someone says like, don't touch the fire, because like this is something that only musicians have to go through. Like musicians are the only ones who are willing to put their hand in the fire. I can hear that and be like, okay, cool. Like when I see the fire, don't put my hand into it. But accidentally, my hand might go there. So it's more like a thing like of trying to balance, I suppose, relationships and trying to make other people understand that I don't mean to do this, and I'm going to try my absolute best to be here for you. Yeah. However, please also try to understand that I'm on a mission, and I'm gonna try my best to be here, and I'm here right now. So and I'm here wholeheartedly, but please just be with me. Let me also like be on a mission. Understand that I'm on a mission to like accomplish some great things. So it's more those types of like upsetting moments, if you will, you know, and even on the financial side, like just trying to figure it all out and trying to make it work, you know. I
mean, there's different ways I think musicians these days are monetizing. I mean, whether it's Patreon or maybe monetizing content online. having kind of a fans only exclusive kind of access, I don't know, maybe through lives, a series of lives, or Q&As, and maybe personal private performances in their homes, or etc. I mean, for example, on my 29th birthday, I hired one of my favorite comedians, and I got him to come to my house and perform. You know what I mean? So I think this day and age, social media and the power of just reaching out to maybe your favorite comedian or favorite artist.
One of your favorite comedians?
Yeah, one of my favorite comedians, President Obunjo. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, I just found him so funny, and I think that's probably for another episode.
Were you the only one there that was laughing?
Nah,
because the way you said,
everybody
was like, "Oh, it's not everyone's cup of tea." It's like, Adrian's like, "I'll slap this guy's so funny." I was like,
he's not. Not everybody finds him funny, but when he came to my house and everyone that was there, they were absolutely laughing. So
right.
I made the right call, and
and
a shout out to Bunjo, and
where's he from?
He's a Nigerian guy. I think he lives outside London, but I just hired him. But I first saw him in Scotland at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Is that somewhere you performed before? Or
no, I'd love to go Fringe.
Yeah, you should, man. It's a good place for artists. It's the biggest art festival in the world.
Wow.
You should go out there, busk. You might make some bit of money out there. Who knows, man? Real. You get people coming from Australia, America.
Like even these comedians that I know Hannibal Buress had a few things. From time to time, I watch it online and see who's performing and stuff. Yeah, it's a good show. Even like these Fringe sketch comedy shows that just out here struggling, just grinding it out to make it. I love that. People make the trip. That's what's up.
Absolutely, yeah. So you should check that out. And would you say you're independent at the moment? Independent artist, right? Yeah. And do you aspire to, what's the aim? Do you want to be signed to a record label, or do you want to kind of make it independent? Because I know there's a lot of people like Ryan Leslie, for example. He's got this platform to help independent artists make it. I think Superphone is his platform, helping kind of people like celebrities or artists, monetize their relationships with their fans, etc., etc. But it can be, that same tool can be used for other people, other influencers as well. But I'll have everything in the show notes, and everything we've chatted about so far, it will be in the show notes. But what's your take on independent? Do you want to be independent, or do you ideally want to be in a label?
Whatever makes sense. Honestly, that's the answer, because there's no way I'm pushing for independence, or let me clarify. There's no way I'm pushing for independence or being on a label if one or the other doesn't make any sense. Like if there's a great label deal, it would make, and that covers me for the next 3 years or so of my career, it makes sense for me to take that deal. Yeah. And if it's a terrible deal and I'm doing okay over here independently, I'm gonna stick to independent.
True.
And that's it. So I have no aspirations to I need to be on it. Okay. No, I'm good.
Okay.
If it makes sense, then we're rocking with it. If it makes sense for the career, then we'll pray, and then we'll do some meditating and figure it out. See what God has to say. Joshua, this is a bad deal. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. You feel me? Or we'll negotiate. If I'm not getting something that I think I should be getting, then we'll negotiate. It's calm.
True, yeah, because I think this is a common kind of thing with artists. You probably know the industry better than I do, but it's a thing where some artists may get caught up in the shiny object syndrome. They see a huge check written out, and then they just think more about the check rather than the future. So for example, they may miss out on certain royalties or certain privileges or control as a result of just going for the check rather than trying to find a way to make everything happen independently. So for you, it's more kind of convenience and what's right at the right time.
Yeah, it seems like history just repeats itself, right? Everyone says that, because it's like I was saying about advice. I can see someone say something in an interview. It's I've heard so many people talk about in interviews say they had a bad deal. They Meg Thee Stallion had something bad happening with her deal, right? Nadia Rose had a crappy manager. This person, the Locks didn't have a great deal with Puffy. They didn't know. Mace ended up wanting his masters back. Yeah. There's so many stories. So it's more just being knowledgeable of what it is that you're actually. So that's really what it is. It's trying to come from a place. So even Stormzy did. Stormzy was saying if somebody said, if I sign for a major, just know that it was the best. Just know that it made sense. Just know that I did it correct.
Yeah.
Because he was happy.
Is that an actual line from one of his records?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. Like, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But like,
shout out to Stormzy, another Ghanaian.
for real, Big Mike, you know. My dad sent me like a Wikipedia of this guy. Month or whatever. But yeah, like, just I think it's trying not to come from a place of ignorance. It's not that record labels it's not that record deals are a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's that human beings can be heinous. Human beings can be sinful.
Yeah.
Human beings are sinful, so that they will do bad things. Some of them will do good things. And so like they might try and sue you in the do you know what I mean? Like,
what you mean, yeah.
So it's more just coming from a place of like knowledge and like trying not to be ignorant. Like when you like really read, don't just see 1 mil and be like, sick, 1 mil. Like, nah, like read the fine print, understand whether or not you can deliver for the next 5 years of your life. Like, and really that trying to come from a place of understanding. So if it makes sense, we'll get it rocking. If not, then Charlie, give me something better.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, you don't exchange like your birthright for 1 mil, like, you know, like Jacob and Esau, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, shout out to the Bible. So yeah, man. So yeah,
shout out to the Bible.
Shout out to the Bible. We're shouting at everybody today, man. Okay,
Big
man.
ups to Jacob and Esau.
Yeah. So, what would you say your advice is, like, for people that want to kind of get into music or trying to kind of pave the way for themselves, like? Your kind of advice would you give to them?
Advice?
Yeah.
My advice. Oh man, there's so many tips, I suppose, but I don't know anything, Charlie. I'm just a dude just trying to do it. So if I say anything, take everything with a pinch of salt and figure it out. Because this is what I'm saying. Like, some people have signed to majors and have had great careers. They've got money and they're actually happy, right? Some other people have signed for the same deal or similar deal, or they've signed whatever, and they're not happy.
Oh yeah.
So my advice is, listen, fear God. Like, like at the crux of everything, yes, make sure you and God, like, God is guiding you. You're not just doing it for money. You're not just doing it for that would be like the ultimate advice thing, above everything else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I suppose beneath that, just like, what anyone else has said about the music industry, like, know what the music industry is, know what PRS is, know and examine your motivations. Like, if you're doing everything for money, I never think that that's a good thing. Yeah. I never think that, like, if your motivation is sika, like, just cash. Yeah. Like, for me, that's not a good motivator for me. Like, money is good. Like, I need money but it really doesn't push me too tough. Like, I need to think like, I need money for this, so I'm gonna go out and work for it. Cool. Yeah. But it doesn't make me feel like, I need to grind. No, honestly, for me, like, because I love music, because I like making music, because I like creating, I think there's a thing with like creation, right? Like, everything around us was created. This table, these mics, like, so I've always wanted to just add to that. I've wanted to be the type of person that adds to something that's been made from seemingly nothing. I appreciate that. But that's really the vibe. So examine your motivations. So when it's money, that's why people would be talking about like, if it makes money, if it, like, in business, you have to be like savage. Like, you don't. No, you don't have to. So I'd say those things. Just examine your motivations. Be knowledgeable about the industry you're living in. Put smarter people around you. Yeah. Try not to be the smartest person in the room. Like, my brother is smarter than I am. Yeah. He knows a lot more about the industry than I am, and he's my manager. Oh wow. Great to have him in my corner. I don't have to think about I'm still studying and learning. When he tells me something, I'll go back and research it for myself. I'm still trying to learn, but he's learning much more than I am. People that I listen to are smarter than I am. They know more than I am. Thank God. Yeah. If I'm the smartest person in my team, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it gets boring as well. Nah, 100%. That's some real gems you've dropped. And and just to bring this to a close, Oh, we're dipping?
What have you got in the Oh, we're dipping soon. What have you got in the pipeline? Like, what's the future? Like, what have you got coming up? You got anything coming up?
I was having fun. What have I got coming up?
Yeah.
What do I have coming up? Actually,
Yeah.
good question. Few things.
Mhm.
So working on the next just music coming out. So this year I've been blessed to release another song, my single "Hooked on You."
Hooked on You.
So get to bumping that. Yeah, like that's what it's like. Is me like.
Yeah.
Hooked on You vibes. So just building off of that, there's a couple of songs in the pipeline as well. Just looking for the perfect times to actually put them out. And that song is coupled with, is the soundtrack on my brother. So my brother actually works in theater.
Okay.
So my manager works in so he and my track is actually a soundtrack for a podcast story. It's kind of like a TV show but in podcast form, right? If you imagine like Everybody Hates Chris, in a podcast form.
No way.
Right, yeah. So my song is like the soundtrack for that.
Wow.
So we're looking to release that and use the strength of the song with the podcast simultaneously. So look out for Dem Times. That's what it's called, Dem Times. Featured on BBC and everything like that.
Okay.
So Dem Times, as well as the song Childhood Memories. And following on from that, next headline show. No date as yet. We were going to do something earlier in the year. COVID hit. We were going to do something on the 9th of October.
Man.
Trying to figure out what's going to happen. And then, so look out for the next headline.
Okay.
Also, working on a gig theater piece as well for one of my songs, "A Space on Your Wall." So look out for all things Joshua KYEOT, because there's gonna be a few different things, not just in music but on stage doing different things as an entertainer and performer. So because I'm in Dem Times as well as an actor and doing some writing as like from a dramatic standpoint as well. So, all of these things.
Sounds like you're leveling up, man.
Come on.
Looking forward to the evolution of Joshua KYEOT, and I've finally pronounced it correctly, guys. What is this is something I ask all my guests, my customary question. So what is the sound of Accra to you, Joshua? So if someone mentioned the word Accra to you, what kind of thoughts, feelings, vibes, emotions come to mind?
Yo,
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, do you know what it is like? So growing up in Accra, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just assume, because I was a kid, you just assume that everyone is just from Accra anyway. So all of these like big people that we used to listen to, I'm gonna mention something. So like TikTok, I used to love TikTok. I don't even know TikTok.
Yeah, I know TikTok.
Yeah, like that was for some reason I used to
hip life, innit? Hip life artist.
Yeah, anything hip life. That's the sound of Accra to me. So like high life into hip life. So Reggie Rockstone, Lord Kenya,
those people.
Or Brafo.
Those people, yeah.
Who the brothers that did Lume Exdo? Do you know what I mean? Like all of these brothers, like Usisi, yeah, and so Pesosa. Yeah, I mean, like all of these vibes, like hip life before like Afrobeat, right? That's the sound of Accra to me. That's what I was raised on, like high life, high life, hip life, or Sibisa.
Yeah.
Listen. Let me just
go on.
Osibisa.
Yeah.
They are our Beatles, our your friend is saying Rolling Stones.
Those people,
they are our band. Like people need to. I'm trying to. Let me not even put it all up, but I'm trying to just get them on T-shirts. I'm trying to. Do you know what I mean? Like OCBSI is like really a rock star band of GH of Accra, like of West Africa, and so that's the sound of Accra to me. Like anything from like OCBSI and like onwards, because all of these vibes, all of these when we cut to like who else there? Kojo Ofori, is it Kojo Ofori? Daddy Lumba. All of these brothers that were making music when like another Guardian at the time would be like, oh, there's no money in making music, but these brothers like really made bangers, like really made hits that you still play today and you get that feeling. So like that's the sound of Accra to me. And they might not even be from Accra. They might be from Brong Alpha. They might be from Tadi. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
From all over the place.
yeah, just that. But the hub is obviously Accra. So it's like that's but
what's
Osibi
up.
side, the flipping heart of it. I
Okay.
feel love that person.
Okay. Well, I have everything in the show notes, guys, so you can kind of go out and research and check out some of these artists. I mean, I do feel like maybe Afrobeats maybe is kind of eclipsing hip life, but I think that's a conversation we'll have to get in for another day.
Let's talk about high life. Hip life.
So they can find you. Where can they find you? So social media, you can find Joshua KYEOT at Joshua KYEOT on Instagram. And how do you spell it out?
Yeah, so you even said it in the introduction. Keep your eyes on this. It's an acronym. KYEOT. Keep your eyes or ears on this, because I'm a musician, obviously. But so it's Joshua KYEOT.
That's
KYEOT everywhere.
KYEOT.
That's on Twitter. That's on Instagram. That's on SoundCloud. All of the tunes are up there. Spotify, Apple Music, all of the works. You feel me?
And we'll link everything through in the show notes, and then the website as well, where fans can engage, or fans or people can engage with you. We'll have the link there as well. Any final words, any final thoughts, any final words you wanted to leave the audience with? Any announcements to the world?
I suppose no announcements other than everything that I've said. Just go and bump some Joshua KYEOT, man. Like, see how you feel. She Loves Me. You know, it's been out for a while. Go and bump my first ever EP, Hooked on You. Even go before then, the stuff I did with Tide. Just have a listen to the grooves and fear God, drink water, make people smile.
Wow, powerful ending. Joshua KYEOT, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, B. Jeez.
And we can do the spud thing because we got the camera on, so people can actually see us engage. And so there you have it, guys. Joshua KYEOT on The Sound of Accra Season 2. You can find all of the show notes by going to thesoundofaccra.com. That's thesoundofaccra.com. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, sorry, I actually forgot. I brought you a gift. Just
thank you so much, guys. So this is my
I forgot
a little gift from Joshua, and just to let you guys know, all of my guests on Season 2 get a special goodie pack. So Joshua's going to be receiving his sometime soon. So again, Joshua, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you, man.
Blessing us with your amazing talent and your stories and what you've been getting up to. It's pretty inspiring, man.
Thank you. My gift is double now because I gave you chocolate.
It's all good. I'm a chocolate fan. So
come on.
Yeah.
All of that.
All right, man. So until next time,
bless.
Peace. Thanks for listening, guys.